Hey, what's up guys? I hope you have an amazing day and having a great week. Today I'm going to show you how to add transitions and how they work in Premiere Pro. I'm Jose Daniel and welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I upload a video every week about photography, videography and editing. So now let's go and jump into Premiere Pro and show you how they work. You can notice I have here already 3 footage we are going to work with. And to apply the transitions, we have to go for the project panel. We go to find effects, video transitions, and you can see we have different options around here. And this time I'm going to use dissolve, and we are going to use the dip to black to look more professional at the beginning of the videos, and when it's going to fade in, and then we are going to select another one to use it at the end of the video and just to fade out that video. That is going to look a little bit more professional. It's not going to be a really hard cut between the beginning or the end of the video. It's just going to look more natural and it's going to give a little bit more professional look. Then we want to add some transitions between those two clicks. If we play on right now, you can notice the cut is really hard, it's really quick, and we want to soften that cut, right? So for that we're going to select cross dissolve, and you can notice when we select and drag, let me just, before that, let's zoom in, just press plus. So if we select and drag the transition here, you can see it's adding transition for those two clips. It's adding a little bit for both, right? It's not like only on the right hand side or only on the left hand side. It's just between of them. So if we select the transition, we can modify the transition. We can just look for the bracket and we can extend it, we can shorten it. If you will want to extend only one area, you can just hold shift and then we can extend on the right hand side. If you want to extend this area a little bit more, let's say we're going to shorten, you can do that one as well. We can select the transitions, we can move it as well. When you add the transitions, is set up a default duration. And for that, if you want to change that duration, you can go here in edits, go for preference and look for timeline. In the timeline, you can see we have video transition default duration, where you can set it as seconds or you can set it for frames. And the seconds is going to be easier because it doesn't matter how is the sequence set up for frames per second, if it's 24, 30, or 60. If you have the video default duration in seconds, always going to be the seconds you put it there, doesn't matter the frame rates you have in the sequence. So let's press OK. Now you have other option to modify this transition as well. It's going here in the effect control panels. If we zoom out, you can notice the top video is the left one and the bottom one is the right one. You can see that triangle there on the edge of the video. That means it's nothing after that. This is the end of the video in this one on the top, and then here on the bottom is the beginning of the video. If we move the transition beyond of that, you can see those diagonal lines. It's nothing there to play and the transition won't work properly. You can notice here in the timeline, if we go to that area, is nothing happen because the video on the right hand side doesn't have anything to play. If we go where the diagonal lines finish, you can start seeing the next video and the transition is start working properly. So just keep in mind and be careful how to apply the transitions, because sometimes if you go beyond of that, it's not going to work properly. So let's go and move to the next part. We want to add another transition around here. You can see we have those diagonal lines here. So that means it's the end of the clip and doesn't have anything else to play. If we select the transition and we add, you can notice we cannot add for both clips. This is happening because we don't have anything else to play from this clip. It's the end of the clip and it's not going to play. If we see the transition, how it's working right now, you can see it's only applying that area over there. We cannot apply over here. If you want to play in both clips, let's delete the transition and we have two short previous frames. So for that, we're going to look for the bracket. We hold Control and then we can move, let's move 20 frames. And already we have more room to play. Now let's select here between those two clicks and pressing Ctrl D, we are going to add a default transition. The default transition right now is cross dissolve. If you want to change the transition default, just come here on the effects, select which transitions you want, and just right click, and you can set a default transition. You can add a default transition as well for the audio. If you select here on the brackets, you press Shift Ctrl D, and then it's going to add the transitions for the audio. Then you can play around with the transition, the duration, and everything else. But you can notice now the transition is applying to those two clips. It's not only applying to one clip. So now you know how to apply and add some transitions and how they work in Premiere Pro. I hope you learned something new. Hit the like button, leave your comment below if you have any question, if you want to add something else. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Peace!